Right, it's time to say goodbye to glorious old Riga and head back to Old Luton. So this, I hope you've seen my other videos, the random public transport videos on the tram, trolley bus and bus, and also the general video just about Riga itself. It's going to be about the journey home, so I'm just setting off to get the number 22 bus that takes you to the airport. As I've mentioned probably on each of the other videos, I've got a pass for that still, because I've got the 5-day pass. And I'm also going to be going in the Prime Lounge, I think it's called. I can't remember the name of it now, at Riga Airport, and having a good old snoop about there. So I'll add to this content. And of course the journey back with the one and only Wizzair. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they'll be on time. I've usually had not too many problems with them over the previous trips I've been with them. Just have to watch it here. So there's a lot of cars coming and going, and he's done a full 360 to trick me. Yeah, so this is the journey back. Just heading down to the bus stop now, which is about a 5-minute walk from where I was staying in Old Riga. Riga Dome. If you haven't seen the other videos, press subscribe and go and have a look for them. I'm sure you'll find something interesting there. Beautiful city, really is. I'm puffing a bit because I'm carrying my bag with me rather than wheeling it, because it's cobblestones here, and one, it makes a heck of a noise, and I'm not too sure what good it'll do to the little wheels dragging it across these cobbles. Anyway, just going to go down and find the bus stop for the number 22 and see you at the airport. The number 22 picks up from various places around the city centre and operates 3 or 4 times an hour. Now, just looking at the number of people stood at the bus stop there, I'd say there's one due fairly soon. I didn't actually look, but you never have to wait all that long anyway, so hopefully. Although saying that, this is a bus stop for lots of different other buses and trams and trolley buses too, so I'm rather presuming everyone's waiting for the airport bus, I guess. This is probably silly of me. I'll have a look on Google in a minute and see when it... Here comes the number 1 tram, which is what I don't need. Just for your information, there is a ticket machine here, should you need to get a ticket for the bus. But if you've been here a few days and using public transport, you should in theory already have one. It's saying that the next 22 bus, the Dosta, which is the airport, is in 10 minutes time. So stand here and enjoy the buses and trolley buses going by. That's one of the stops over there where you'll get off coming back from the airport itself. There are a couple of other places. Here's a 27, that's no use. Not a bad place to stand and people watch just here, as it happens. Here she comes, number 22 to the airport. Not too busy, thankfully. Right, here we are, back at Riga Airport departures. There goes the number 22 back into town. If you do arrive here, the pickup point to take you back into town is just over there. And on the lower level there is an artisan shop where you can pick up your tickets. It drops off here at the higher level for departures, arrivals down below. There he goes. Right, let's go in, let's get through security, get into the departure lounge and have a little look around there before I go into the business lounge to kick back for a couple of hours before my flight. Right, there we go, through security here at Riga Airport. Pretty quick indeed, actually, no more than 5 minutes, and nice and cheerful staff as well, which is always helps in these situations. What else can I say? Great stuff. Let's hope all airports get back to being as quick and efficient as that. Right, I'm just going to go for a little wander around the airport in general now, as you will find with every airport in the world, you run the gauntlet of the duty-free shops as you exit security. Now, before I go to the lounge, which incidentally didn't come as part of my ticket today, I paid extra for it because I'm here for a little while, got some things to do. I'm just going to go for a little walk around this terminal building because from memory, it's pretty good. It's not a bad airport to spend a period of time at if you have a layover here, and if you connect with Air Baltic, there's a reasonable chance onto a flight continuing on somewhere else. Then obviously there's a possibility of a lengthy stay here. Okay, so sea gates are up that way, as is the business lounge. Sea gates are the ones where you leave the Schengen area, which I shall be doing today. B gates are the ones where you stay within the Schengen area. Either way round, once you've gone through to the sea gates, that's where you'll clear immigration to leave Europe, or leave the Schengen area, I should say. And most facilities are before you go through passport control. So with most of these European airports, stay in the Schengen area until a lot nearer to your flight. Don't go straight through passport control, or you might be sat in an area that's not really got much for you other than perhaps a loo and a little small cafe. Sometimes there's more stuff, but quite often than not, there's not much at all. And so I'm just going to have a little look around here. Oh, interesting one. Car pater. That's a new one on me. Be back in a sec. Here's an Air Baltic about to push back. Pretty well appointed airport, really. The usual array of bars and cafes and so on. Could perhaps do with a few more slightly comfier seats to sit on for longer periods of time, but there is, of course, always the lounges that you can pay to go in, which will have much more comfortable lounge seats to sit in. Plus, if you want to relax and kick back, if you just want to sit up normally and have to watch the world go round, then it's absolutely fine. Not hugely busy here today. I'll just stand and have a look at the departure board. We're about 30 flights now between now and the end of the day. And there's Air Baltic's transfer centre, because quite a few do transfer from one Air Baltic to another here. Business lounge appears to be up there, so I should pop up there later. Just have another little look along here first. Up as far as the passport control. It's a pretty good airport here, actually, if you're a bit of a plane spotter or like just watching the planes coming in and out. I've just recorded a complete turnaround of an Air Baltic flight, pretty much 35-40 minute turnaround. I've got the whole thing, so look for that upload fairly shortly. That Lufthansa was sat on stand for about 5 minutes with his beacons on, waiting to push back because the Air Baltic was just got in ahead of him, but that's how it is. I'm sure any of you pilots on here that might be watching this will relate to that. And can't quite see it from here. Polish Airlines, the lot of Polish Airlines flight there came in on stand in front of both these two, and is still there waiting on a passenger, or he was. Whether they found him or not, I don't know, but that's the other thing, of course. If you don't find them, off come the suitcases. Right, let's go off and find this lounge, because I'm gasping for a cup of coffee now. Right, that's my few hours spent in the prime class business lounge here at Riga Airport over with. I didn't do any filming in here because people are just trying to get on with their day and have a little bite to eat and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So if you're passing through and you've got a bit of time to kill, it's probably worth the additional expense if you're not travelling in business class and so on. And you can grab a bite to eat while you're here. Right, going to head off towards the gate now and clear immigration to leave the continent that I'm a part of. Unbelievable. There you go. So right, let's see how Wizzair treat us on the way home. Hopefully all will be well, and we'll get back to Luton. The flight left Luton on time, and so I'm expecting it to get here on time and depart. It's certainly showing us on time at the moment. I'm just going to take a slow stroll through now, as I say, clear immigration and go and hang around by the gate. And yeah, so I shan't be doing much on the plane. I've got a nice window seat on the way out. I've been allocated a middle seat on the way back, so I might well be squashed between two people. We shall see. Weather's, well, I won't say it's closing in. It's a bit chilly out there and kind of not really snow. It's just sort of sleet maybe. Doesn't seem to be bothering anything or anybody out there though. Right, let's get to the gate. Right, now has exited Europe, or exited Schengen anyway. This is the downstairs bit. Once you've cleared passports, you go underneath the other boarding gates, so they can be multi-use. Schengen upstairs, non-Schengen downstairs. Not very busy in here today. Most of the flights are going off to other Schengen destinations. Flight should arrive. The inbound flight from Luton should be here in the next few minutes. And yeah, gate 17. All showing okay. Now, does this world spin round? I hope it does. Please let it spin round. Oh yeah. Excellent. Everyone congregating around gate 17, so presumably all these people waiting for the same flight as me. Watched a Ryanair flight earlier on its turnaround. I don't know if it was running late or just on time or what was happening with it, but wow, they were quick. They literally had everybody stood outside in the freezing cold while the crew was still getting ready to accept the outbound passengers about 5 minutes after the inbound passengers had stopped getting off. I appreciate there's not much for them to do on a turnaround as such. No catering, no cleaners going on, but that was quick. That really was quick. I don't suppose the passengers would have appreciated being stood outside in the freezing cold for, well, it was probably getting on for 10 minutes. But there you go, that's it, that's how they do it, and that's why they're so successful and so quick. Let's see what Wizzair do, see if they manage to do a similar sort of thing and kettle us outside in the snow. Right, on stand 1920, so let's see how we do here. So if they're as quick as Ryanair, or indeed the Air Baltic that I videoed earlier on, which it would be another video that comes up available to look at fairly soon, so look out for that one. The full 46 minutes video I think it is, but 40 minutes of it was a full turnaround, crew changed a lot, so worthwhile keeping an eye out for that. Well, what can I say? If a young lady that's just checked my boarding card and put me into the kettling zone ready to board, bear in mind the passengers have only just started getting off the inbound aircraft, she dropped a smile. It's yeah, she was not a happy bunny for some reason. That's 11 minutes on stand, and I think that's probably just about... Oh no, still some more coming off. Pretty full inbound flight, I think. Bear in mind, there's no cleaning done here, no catering done. All thumbs up from the cabin crew, so yeah, 11 minutes from pulling on stand to everybody getting off. Bags still coming off. Interesting to see what they do with everybody. I presume it'll just be straight out from the gate here rather than standing outside like Ryanair had them doing earlier on. Oh, here we go, outdoor kettling. Wonderful. That's what I've always been waiting for. And it's snowing. Gotta love that smell of aviation fuel though. Well, that was about 15 minutes after the last passenger to actually starting to board the outbound passengers. We've just gone past the scheduled time of departure. Aircraft was in about 10 minutes late. So we're going to be struggling to leave 10 minutes, at least 15 before we go, I guess. Right, scramble for an overhead locker now. A bit of snow landing on the fuselage. Right, let's see how full this is. Nice B seat. See you later. Something very cool is going to happen in a minute. De-icing of the aircraft out on once we've pushed back. Yeah, snow settling on the wings there, so yeah, definitely needs it. Well, it's not a full flight, so I've moved next to the window instead of a B seat. So I was allocated by the computer system, so that's pretty good. Got a whole row to myself here. And yeah, as I say, we're going to taxi out and have de-icing on the way out to the runway. Should get a good view of that from here. So just for enter the runway, just pulling over now to the de-icing apron. Some airports have de-icing actually on the stand, and others do it remotely from the stand. I think the latter is probably the better way, but you can see plenty of de-icing fluid on the ground there, where from the previous aircraft. Now we just wait here for a moment or two while they come around with the de-icing vehicle. there we go, on de-iced aircraft. Airlines now waiting for his. remote stand and buses. Fantastic. Well, here we are back at the wonderful London Luton Airport, and yeah, very quickly parked at a remote stand, so it was buses back to the terminal. Didn't have to wait too long for that. Followed by a very short queue at immigration, which was really useful, because I'm just ready to go home and go to bed now. Yeah, Wizzair, who said Ryanair then? Wizzair, absolutely great, crew nice. Wasn't a particularly busy flight. It was 3/4 full maybe, so there's plenty of room for everyone to spread out. And that's it. Little ride back down to Luton Airport Parkway now on the near legendary Dart, and that'll be it. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to press all the buttons. Cheers. Bye now. Who decided to put that sign up there where you can't actually see it until you get right up close? Absolutely brilliant. Need some countdowns. Oh no, I suppose people start. There you go, I've just missed it. Superb. This will be coming. Cheers, guys. Bye. Right, that is it. Camera's going away. Had enough. I'm going to bed.